One, two, one, two. Y'all don't see the time. Thank y'all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. I love Sundays. I love being together. I love just the fact of us coming together and just feeling like family. Don't it feel like family on Sundays when you get together? And a whole group of people that are excited to be here. I love it. I am Brittany Wilder. I am an energy healer, you guys. I help women, ambitious women. I help them align their energy so that they can attract the things that they want when it comes down to their wealth, their wellness, and their weight loss goals. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. I'm gonna be your MC today, and welcome all my friends that are online. The first thing that I like to do is see who we got in the room, you guys. I am from Washington State. That's as in Tacoma, Washington, over by Seattle. A lot of people think that I'm from DC because I'm over on this way, but I'm way on the other side, 3,000 miles away. Who do we have in the room? Where are you guys from? What area? What states? What part of the U.S. or part of the country? Where are you guys from? South Carolina. You look right here. ATL. Okay. Where else we got? Any other place? Chicago. Okay. Chicago. Let me look. Let me see my friends online. We got some people from sunny California, West Coast in here. Clayton, Alabama, Bronx, New York. I'm surprised nobody said anything about New York in here. Usually it's always somebody from New York holding it down. Awesome. I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm excited for all the things that are going to happen. This is going to be a beautiful pop-up shop, you guys. Pop-up workshop, okay? And I'm excited for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and have some of you guys come on up here and introduce yourselves. Talk about, you already talked a little bit about where you're from, but tell us a little bit more about you, what you do, that sort of thing. Anybody want to start? Look, hey, come on, my friend. My friend said I got my own show. I want to see your show. Hello, darling.
Okay.
Look at this. I'm a
All right.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that.
I appreciate that. So, hello everyone. I'm Unique Dixon. I'm currently a student at Georgia State. I'll be graduating. Officially be a social worker in May. Right now. Thank you. So, right now, I am currently working in behavioral health. I've been in behavioral health for about 7 years. I'm certified by the state as a peer support specialist. I use my lived experience from mental health and substance use to support other women and men in recovery. And now I am working on my personal brand, which is the Recovering Hot Girl. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? That's my first time, so y'all like that on the internet. Y'all like that? The Recovering. You guys, okay. Yeah, so I am the Recovering Hot Girl, and I'm currently working on my personal brand to develop a coaching service and a speaking business. And I'm also working on writing my book. I'm on my 3rd chapter in my book. So it's just ironically, I came across this workshop and this was perfect. So that's it. Thank you.
Everybody say, hey, Unique. There you are, darling. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Look, we got it. Look, we're going to run it back. Anybody else want to introduce themselves? Say how you're doing. Don't everybody raise their hand now. Right here, my friend. Come on up here, honey. Happy Sunday.
All right, I'm Betty Smoot Madison. By day, I actually am on the executive leadership team in local government here in the city of Atlanta. I live in Mableton, Georgia, but originally from Florence, South Carolina. So I'm a Carolina girl back there. But I am also building my personal brand. I am the Chief Encouragement Officer of a company called Birthmark Enterprises, where we believe that everyone is birthed with purpose and marked for greatness. And so we teach on 3 foundational pillars: faith, wisdom, and leadership. And I also have a book that I published a few years ago called The Three Pillars: Faith, Wisdom, and Leadership, which teaches women how to soar to their absolute best and God's best in their life. So I have books available here. I actually just recently got it in a bookstore in Mableton called All Things Inspiration, and I'll be doing a Meet the Author event there next Saturday. So come on out and hang out with me from 12 to 3 next Saturday. So happy to be here.
Come on. Everybody say, hey, Betty. Here's your gift, my darling. Yes. Thank you. Anybody else feeling good? We got some moguls in the room. We got the moguls in here. I love it. Come on. My friend.
Yes, ma'am. Blessings to everybody. I'm Dr. Angel Williams. I am actually revamping. So when I started out, I have my nonprofit, and I also was an author as well with one book. And with that being said, I have 2 books I'm working on. So one is about my whole life story, kind of walking you through it to let women know that, look, we got to have the faith. We have to be able to trust God. We have to be able to overcome everything that, we've experienced. So that's my revamping. But I am on YouTube. I have books available too as well. And what's coming up next is this kind of me helping other women, other men build a strong foundation with God. So that's all I have right now. Okay.
I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Everybody say, hey, Dr. Angel. Here. Oh, wait. Don't forget this because it smells so good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Anybody else feeling like coming up? Come on. That's what I like. It's just the energy. It just keeps going on. That's what I love about it. Yes. Here you go, friend. Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Deidre Cobb. I am from Urbana, Illinois. Let's see. I'm a mom. I'm a veteran. I just turned 43. And thank you. Yep. And so, let's see. I just got done caregiving for my mother and my aunt, who both recently passed. And so I started a business and was able to thrive in doing that. But I was able to teach myself everything from HR, everything in HR, everything in, linking folks, the insurance up, appointments, wound care. Like I had to learn all of it. And so I want to write a story. I want to write 2 books. I want to write one book about my story from the military. I was one of the first people to refuse to go to Iraq. And so I met a lot of resistance. Yes, you can become a conscientious objector. And that's what I did. Conscientious objector. And so that is that. Yes. Yes. And so I met a lot of resistance with that, of course. There were people in my unit that agreed and actually wanted to know how I was doing that process. So I created a packet and I was distributing it on base of how to legally leave and refuse. And so, yeah, I encountered an assault that occurred in retaliation for what I was doing on base. And I've gone through a whole journey. So I want to write a book about that. And then my other book is about my mom's side of the family in Louisiana, coming from sharecropping. She was born in 1939, grew up in the woods. They were picking cotton and working for white people's families, and made it out of that into becoming a professor of English and Black literature, and just kind of her journey in honor of her and my aunt who recently passed. They both were professors, and they both taught English and Black literature. My aunt taught at Grambling State University. So those are the 2 books that I'm set to write.
Yes. Everybody say, thank you. Here's your gift. Thank you so much. Listen, I feel good about being in the middle of moguls, of business owners, of people sharing their journey, because that's what it's about, right? Sharing the journey. We just learned something new today. I was like, wait, hold on. Let me write the term down real quick. Need to know this. All right. Listen, you guys, we're gonna jump in. Look, let me see what they talking about online. Okay, faith, wisdom, and leadership. Powerful. Yes, I agree. We got Chesterfield, Virginia in the house, Minnesota, woo, Greensboro, North Carolina, Maryland. Got a lot of people online, a lot of people in here, and come on. See, that's what I'm talking about. The energy just keeps going. Yes, come on in here.
I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I want a candle. So
I love my candle.
Okay. My name is Daquita Tate. I go by D. I'm a film producer. I've been in the film industry for 10 years. I'm from Chicago. What I do within my business is teach people how to get in the film industry. I've also been awarded grants, helping the youth do that as well. What else can I say? I recently moved to Georgia like a month ago, so I'm happy to be here. I'm happy about the nature and the trees out here because we don't get a lot of that in Chicago.
Now,
Yeah, so I'm just happy to be here.
People are saying.
Everybody say, hey, D.
Gotcha. Okay. But don't.
Awesome. Anybody else feeling lucky? Come on. Yes. Come on. I get so excited when people introduce themselves. Learn about people. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love the microphone. I don't like the camera.
It's not even there.
All right. My name is Valerie Bowman, and I had to come up after this young lady because I am kind of from Chicago. I moved here a few months ago from California by way of Chicago. I've been in the financial service industry for 20 plus years. I wrote a book on financial literacy for the recent college graduates, which addresses career success and entrepreneurship. Shortly after I wrote the book, the tax laws changed, so that's going to be an online course now. I also have been told that I have a creative side, so I did write another book, a children's book. I'm looking for an illustrator. I don't want to use AI, so if anybody knows of an illustrator for that. And I've also written a poem or two, one that talks about not using the N-word, and another book that serves to give dignity and respect to the homeless. Happy to be here today. I just Googled things to do in Atlanta today, and you came up. So,
wow! Yay! Welcome.
So thank you for having this event.
Everybody say, hey, Valerie.
Hey, Valerie.
Thank you. I love that. I love how it's found. Awesome. Okay, you guys. So we are going to get ready to bring up our first speaker. Aren't y'all excited? Woo-hoo! Go ahead and start clapping now if you're excited. Woo-hoo! Let me tell you about this wonderful woman so you guys will know exactly who's coming up. So Dr. Ronda Boyd. Dr. Boyd's passion for teaching others how to lead lives of financial clarity and abundance. Isn't that crazy how I was in alignment? How the last person that spoke was speaking about financial. It's in alignment.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Clarity and abundance will leave you not just inspired, but empowered to take action. Okay? Inspired and empowered. Okay? Step into your next chapter with confidence because with Dr. Ronda Boyd in your corner, building generational wealth isn't just a dream, it's your reality in the making. Okay? That's it. Okay? She is a financial professional, 12 years, okay? A real estate investor of 20 years, and a 4-time author. And her most recent book is Investing Made Easy. And I believe it's up here somewhere. Yes. Right here waiting for you when you're ready to come and get it. Go ahead and start clapping and welcome on Dr. Ronda Boyd.
No, I don't need it. I'm good. I don't need it. I'm mic'd up. Hey, everybody. Welcome out. Welcome out. Y'all say hey on online too. I see you, Deshonda. So we're going to do an interaction because this is a pop-up workshop. So we online and we in person. So first of all, welcome out all of y'all because it was over 200 people that registered and y'all showed up. So we appreciate. Give yourself a hand because that's the battle is showing up. And so first of all, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. But if I took 100 of y'all randomly, 51% of you all would fall into middle class. Of that 51%, 8 of you by the end of this year would fall below middle class, below $50,000. And another 8% will break that glass ceiling and be up in the higher income bracket of 150,000. I want to know who's in the room. Who wants to break the glass ceiling? And if you want to break the glass ceiling, hey Alfred, if you want to break the glass ceiling online also, please put some money signs in the chat, because that's what we want to do, is break the glass ceiling. Even if you are in six figures or at 150, wealthy people want to make more money because we want to make more money, right? Right. Okay. So I am Dr. Ronda Stinson Boyd. I help business owners find live a life of luxury and find the freedom that they deserve by helping them create, keep, and pass on generational wealth in 30 days of less. That's what I do. And so it sounds like I got a lot of business owners in the room. And if you are a business owner online, I see Toya Glenn online. Put some money signs in the chat or one in the chat. But yes, that is what I do. So a little bit about me. One, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I do live in South Carolina right now. I've been there for a long time, long time. But I worked for a Fortune 500 company for 19 years. And I like vacation so much that their benefits were so good, I bought vacation. So the 2 and 3 weeks wasn't enough for me. I wanted a third and fourth week of vacation. But what I found out was I still was limited with my time because I still had to fit it in the schedule of what they gave me. So who likes vacation? If you like vacation and you are online, I see Money Management Matters. If you like vacation, give yourself a hand clap. Yeah, because we all want freedom. We want to be able to pick up and go where we want to go, when we want to go. So that's the reason why I bought it. They also had great benefits. And one of those, because what I was taught was 401k. I put into my 401k for those 19 years faithfully for them to close their doors in 2016. After 19 years, now, one more year, if I was in military, I would have been able to retire. I walked away with a whopping $160,000. Now, tell me, can you live the rest of your life off $160,000? Because that's what retirement is for, right? It's for us to be able to live for the rest of our lives. Well, I took my other favorite thing I like to do is buy houses. So I took that $160,000, I bought me a house because I like real estate. But guess who else wanted their money? Because I wasn't 59 and a half. Who wanted their money? Anybody? Uncle Sam wanted their money. The IRS came for a whopping $92,000 of that 160. Yeah, so that's why I do what I do now, is to teach people better, that I could have literally moved that money somewhere else where I would have close to $500,000, $500,000 right now. So, but we live, we learn, and once you learn something, you can't forget it. None of this will be erased from your brain once you learn it from today. So I'm going to talk to you all about, and at the end, I am going to give you an opportunity to work with me, continue to work with me. If you're okay with that, please raise your hand. And if you're online, please say yes if it's okay for me to tell you later on how you can continue to work with me. Thank you. Now, I will let y'all know it's a workshop. So if you got a pen and paper, take it out, because we're going to be writing some stuff down. We're going to write some stuff down. So if you are online, I see you, Robert. I see you, Maya Ford. Yeah, so we're going to do some things. So I'm going to talk about 3 things that to get you, I'm talking about breaking chains. We got to break. I don't believe in generational curses. I believe in generational habits. We are doing the exact same thing that we've been taught, that we either saw, it was either taught to us, or we caught it. And all we did was watch it go. And now we're doing the exact same thing. So we're talking about breaking change, going from scarcity to prosperity, and increasing your net worth and cash flow. Y'all want to know about money? We're going to talk about money. First of all, it all starts in your head. So the very first thing that we're going to talk about is mindset. So I am going to start something, and you all that's online, you all can, if you got real good typing fingers, you might be able to type this in. Otherwise, just say it to yourself. I am going to start something, and I need everybody in the room to join in and finish it. And don't, it's just an assignment. You ain't really doing that. Okay, so I pledge allegiance. Finish it. Of the United States of America and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tell me the last time y'all said that. First grade. Yeah. We ain't in elementary school. For me, that was 45 years ago. But where is it? It's in your subconscious of your brain because they ingrain that into you for 2 or 3 years over and over. What else is in your subconscious that you need to get rid of? What are some of the money things that's up inside your head? So online, were y'all able to? Some games still do it. I don't know, Gab. We do the flag. They actually do the song, but I don't think we do the Pledge of Allegiance on some games. Maybe we do. I don't know. Somebody put that in the chat. But yes, but that is ingrained in your head. So how do we figure out what we caught and taught that's stuck in our brain? So I want you to take on your piece of paper. What I want you to do is first we got to figure out what were some of the money things that you remember. Go back all the way to first grade before you were 8. Some things that you remember your parents doing. For instance, did you hear money don't grow on trees? Did you hear, no, I can't get that because we can't afford it? Or do you remember seeing your parents sitting down, looking like they paying bills, but they seem stressed out? Or was your lights out? Did you ever come home and your lights were out, water was out? Any of those things. So that very first column, and this is a homework assignment. You ain't gonna finish it here. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. So everybody online, hey, everybody online. So y'all make one column that says my childhood memories of money. The very next column is how does that show up in my life right now? Because I heard money doesn't grow on trees, are you a big saver where you think you're saving, but you're actually more of a hoarder? Or you try to hold on to things, really think, or all you do is work, pay bills, work, pay bills. I can't save no money because I need to get these bills paid because I don't want my lights turned off. I don't want my water turned off. So I'm scared to save. Is that one of the things that happened because of what you heard as a child? But now let's change that third column. Let's change that conversation you got in your head. So if you heard money don't grow on trees, no, money comes to me easily and effortlessly with ease. So those are the things that you got to change the conversation. And this takes time. But first, in order to know what triggers you, you actually have to figure out where that button is. Because nothing can be triggered if it's never there. But subconsciously, we are walking around with money things in our head that sometimes we don't even know where they're coming from. So yes, so that's the first thing. We got to work on our mindset. So that's your first assignment. Number 2 is financial literacy and knowing the way money works. But we're going to do an activity first. So if you're in the room, if you could, you got to put your pens down for this. I want you, and online, I want you all to close your eyes, and we're going to do a visualization activity. So I want you to close your eyes. And I have just gifted you $10,000. You cannot pay bills with this. This is for your next birthday. So it doesn't matter. We ain't waiting until you turn 40, 50, 60. If it's 41, 43, because every birthday should be special. Where are you at? Are you at the beach? Mountains? Cruise? Where are you sitting at? And who is with you? Did you go with your boo? Don't want no family around? Or did you take your whole family with you? And you're sitting around and you're looking at your family, enjoying the time and celebrating you. So I want you to take that in. And now I want you to open your eyes and I want you to write down. And if you're online in the chat, I want you to write down, what did you feel? Did you feel joy, happiness, gratefulness, at peace? So if you are, yes, money management matters, 10,000 for your birthday. I want you to write down, what were some of the things you felt? Because one of the things that I know is if you can imagine it, guess what? You can make it a reality. And a reality where you don't have to go Max out no credit card. You don't have to fill out no application because we doing money with ease this year. We're not hustling. We're not grinding. We doing exactly. We're going to walk in what the abundance that have already been given to us. That's what we doing this year. We got some. Oh, I got joy, peace. Brittany put joy, peace. Alfred, relief, grateful, accomplishment. Deshonda definitely felt ease, peace, gratitude, and enjoyment. Anybody want to share that's in person? What did you feel? Peace and relax. Grateful. Freedom. Yes. Freedom. Just to be able to sit down and not have to worry about and being able to bring. Yeah, anybody ever been on a trip with some girlfriends where you started a trip with a whole group of girlfriends and half of them fell out because they didn't have the money? But for your birthday, wouldn't it be great to have everybody that you love that don't get on your nerves come with you? That's what you want to do. That is what you want to do. So we are going to talk about how money works when it comes to financial literacy. There are 4 homes of money, and I'm going to let you all write that down, and I'm going to talk to you about each one of them. The first one is fixed. The next 2 is variable because I'm going to do 2 different. One is assets and one is something else. And the last one is index. And we're going to rate each one of those based on liquidity. How quickly can you get your money when you want it? Is it safe? You're not going to lose it. It's not going to go away. Is there potential for growth with it? And am I going to get taxed on it? Because you know my story. You got the man want their money. We got to figure out a way in order to he don't get all of it. And so when you talk about fixed accounts, unless your mom and them put their money under a mattress, you probably putting your money in the bank. So where you put your money in the bank, savings and checkings account, those are fixed accounts. And so with those, let's rate them. It is liquid. You can go into the bank and get your money anytime. It's safe, up to $250,000. But how many of you want to be a millionaire? If you want to be a millionaire, put 7 in the chat, but clap in here if you want to be a millionaire. Which means if you putting your money in the bank, it's only safe up to $250,000. But you got no growth, and you are taxed on it. So most of you get a 1099 from the bank account. With the variable account, the very first one, that is your 401k, your stocks, your pensions, all of those. Look, you got great growth in those, but the tax man wants their money. It's not safe. The market goes up and down, but it is liquid. No, it's not liquid. It's not liquid either because if you're not 59 and a half, you can't get it. The other variable account is real estate. One of my first loves is real estate. It's safe. You do get growth depending on the market, but it ain't liquid. The only thing you can do with a house, because we can be rich in assets, but we want to be rich in cash flow. And so unless you sell your house or get a loan on that house, you don't have the money to get the house. The fourth thing is index. And most of us don't know what index funds are. So with index, you get all 4. It's liquid. You can go get your money when you want to. It's tax-free, because who wants to be taxed on your money? It's also safe, and you get great growth in it. But because we haven't been having those conversations about index funds, we don't know what to do with them. Warren Buffett actually says, put your money in index funds. And he has 2 rules of money. The first rule is never to lose money. And the second rule is don't forget rule number 1. Don't lose money. But we got to have those conversations. And what is happening is we're afraid to talk about money because of past. But we want to be in communities that talk about money. Rich people are sitting around. Rich and wealthy people talk about money. They talk about how to make more money. They're having conversations. They're sharing with each other how to make more money, because every idea, there's abundance all around us, y'all. There's money to be made. And I watch Power, Ghost was like, look, it's money out there. I mean, him and Tommy was able to get $2 million in a night. I believe we can too. Probably not the way that they did it though. But you need to be within a community. And that is the third point, is to be in a community. Because everybody's heard that saying that if you got 9 broke friends, who's going to be that 10th one? You. So you have to put yourself in communities that actually are talking about building wealth and going toward the areas you want to go. And we can't be afraid to step into those rooms, because that's the thing is, I think we shy back because, my account is in the negative. Oh, I'm working hands and bones. I'm not worthy to step in the, girl, you worthy. Straighten up your crown. Y'all are worthy to step into rooms where there is money there, because we're supposed to be there, because the only way that we change, no one's coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. So it's up to us to do that. And so it goes back to, where are you going to be with that 8%? Are you going to be one of the ones that stay in middle class and just ride it out? Or are you going to be the one that breaks that glass ceiling? So if you're one of the ones that break the glass ceiling, put some money signs in the chat, but y'all clap up in here if you're going to be one of the ones. And so I do have a saying got an acronym for you to help you move to the next step. So if you can write MOVE down, the M stands for make a decision. Every great thing happens when you make a decision to change. But you have to make the decision. You'll be amazed that once you make a decision, how doors open for you and things just happen. Like, you thought you had to do A, B, and C, and guess what? All you had to do was make a decision, and the doors just automatically, the right people showed up when they were supposed to. But you got to make a decision. The O is own your truth and own your results. You are right where you're at because of the decisions you made yesterday, 3 months ago, a year ago, and 10 years ago. We're great manifestors. You've manifested this moment right now. Sometimes we don't like what we manifest, and then we try to blame it. Sometimes blame it on the devil. Nah, you just walked right into it. It ain't always his fault of the things that we are doing. The V is for visualization. I truly believe that if you can visualize it, you can have it. But you got to be able to see yourself there. See yourself there and walk in it. And E is expectation. Always, you get people that pray about things, but then have doubt and disbelief behind their prayer. Why pray if you're going to have doubt and disbelief? Believe, be in expectation that everything that you want, you'll get. Because God wants you to get it to you. He wants to get it to you. And so that is, if you want to do something different, make a decision. Own your results. Walk into it. It starts here. That exercise I gave you in the beginning with the mindset, go home and sit and do it. And if you feel like, okay, I don't have time, like y'all said, y'all told me I could give y'all an offer at the end. I am going to have a mini retreat that we're going to talk about later on, where we'll sit down and work these things out, but actually get you to a place where you can walk into your abundance, where you can align your purpose with everything that God has for you, and be able to do and be who you are created to be, but do it on the wealthy side. Because I think people think that, it's an honor to be poor. It's not. If you want to help poor people, become rich. That's the only way you're going to help poor people, is to become rich. You have to do it. And so it's up to us. And I believe that we can do it. And so I did, I'm finished. But if you want to start the conversations and you want to sit down with your family and talk, this is a conversation starter. Investing Made Easy, a family affair. It is a way for you to sit down. It has questions to actually start the conversation, because sometimes we just need to know where to start. It has activities if you have kids, where to start the conversations. Until we start having the conversations about money, nothing changes. If we don't find ourselves worthy of being able to have those conversations, because you feel like, oh, I'm not in the right place to be teaching somebody else. Learn together. Learn together. So I want to create a space in the retreat where we are learning together, but also lifting each other up. And so that is my time. Again, I am Dr. Ronda Stinson Boyd, and I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. And we got some people online shouting out. But thank you all for coming out. And I hope y'all got some notes and some steps to move forward. I just walk out. Oh, Brittany, I'm like, do I walk out? Who coming up? You good? No, you good. No.
Okay. I'm coming. Listen, Dr. Ronda came in here and she tore it up, huh? I know I saw you guys taking notes. I'm so proud of y'all. I love it. Amazing. Does anybody want to talk about a takeaway that they got? Anything that they are going to implement as soon as they get home? Anything at all that you want to share? Yeah.
I like the idea of the acronym MOVE, and I do believe that that's something that can be used to help people like myself or anybody really to start making great financial decisions and do better.
Right. Look, Dr. Ronda, move. We loving the move. You guys, I am going to pick 2 raffle tickets, and we're going to tell you what you won afterwards. But I'm going to pick it out. Look, I was looking for something to hold it in, but I just got my hand.
Here we go. I got a box right here.
Look, I know I got something to shake it up. Shake it on up. She going to bring me something. Y'all having a good time, though? Yes, I know. Me too. Thank you. All right. There we go. All right. Here we go. First raffle ticket is 5444. Come on, 444. Sorry, I love angel numbers. 589. 58. Come on, woo! You're a winner. Okay. Look, I got D. Look, I got D as my first winner. All right. And then one last one. It is 5444590. My friend, what's your name? Cece. Cece's my second winner. Okay. We're going to tell you guys what you won in just a second, but we're going to invite Miss Taurea Vision Avant on up.
Are you going to introduce?
Oh, yeah. Listen. This is her vision. Listen, bringing authors and speakers together to leverage their books and to make money and have experiences. She has been doing this for a very long time, has been doing it very successfully, is an author herself of many different books, and is a speaker, an amazing speaker. And y'all are going to be blessed when you hear what she got to say. She is the owner of the Book Prophets Club. I am a proud member of the Book Prophets Club, and she is coming up. So go ahead and start clapping now. This is the lady who put the vision together. Hello? Come on. Look.
Y'all keep clapping.
Keep clapping.
All right,
Awesome.
y'all. So is everybody having a great time? Let's give it up for. Put it in the box so it turns the mic off.
Yes,
Here,
ma'am.
here's the cushion. All right, so y'all having a good time so far? Like, did y'all like all the nice displays and books and things like that? So for all of my authors, you always want to make sure your books. So I know, okay, yeah, there she go. You pull your books and you put them on the tape. They need to be visible at all times. Also, y'all notice my bag over here? Was anybody like, why is there a crocodile purse on the thing, right? Because, and if anybody's with PETA, mind it. Because it's real. So anyways, this is my bag I got when we went to Ghana.
And so we did an international conference. Would anybody ever love the opportunity to speak in Ghana? Raise your hand. Let me see. Okay. Well, it's something that we also are offering to our Book Profits Club members, and we have some more spots. And what I'll do is I'll make sure that everybody's registered. You guys will get a video so you can see what we did. We had the commander-in-chief come to our event, the one that's going to be coming up this year going into the new year, because we actually bring the new year in the motherland with kids. On the very first day, we were giving back too. Isn't that amazing? And so this was one of the persons, like, I had to get my crocodile bag. And I'm telling you, I went to an event last night, right? And I was wearing my bag. Conversation piece, because I don't like walking up to people. So I've been put on stuff that people gonna talk to, and I'm just walking around. And they was like, "Oh my God, your bag!" And I was like, ruh, 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 ruh. But anywho, going to Ghana was definitely life-changing. And so if you guys are interested, it's one of the many things that we offer to our Book Profits Club members, which is giving you guys platforms. Think about it. If you were to spend your own money to put together your own conference and or workshop, it would be a lot of work. And so we help to take a lot of that out the way, and we show you how to raise money and all types of stuff. So if y'all want to come look at my bag, it's stuff in there. So I'm really wearing it today, but y'all can come check it out. And then everybody that's here on the chat, I only got a couple minutes, so I'm going to get into this stuff. Yeah, thank you. Money Management Matters said the crocodile bag is boss. Yes, yes. Thank you for inviting us here. Hey, VW Blue Table Conversations, Toya, Glenn, Naomi, Deshonda. Let's see. We've got Manaya. Y'all, we have 35 people watching online right now. So Toya, let's see. And if you haven't chatted, go ahead and say something in the chat so we can shout you out. So we're going to get into this. And afterwards, what we're going to do, Rhonda and I, is we're going to get on a panel. So how many of y'all brought a notebook? Notepad, notebook. Okay, great. If you brought a notebook, then if you've got one question that you would like to ask either myself or Rhonda, you want to go ahead and think about that question and write that question down, because when we get on the panel, we'll be answering those questions for you. Is that cool? Yes? Okay, because I'm not going to be able to touch everything when it comes to writing a book. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you guys are already authors? Raise your hand. Who's already an author? First of all, this is what we're not going to do. My strong, beautiful people. When I say if you're an author, you're not going to be. Yes, we need to raise it proud, okay? So I need it strong and high. Lift it up. Lift it up. So where my authors at? Okay, hey. Let me tell you something, y'all. 97% of most people who want to write a book never will. By the way, let me just do a little survey. If you're not yet an author, but you've been working on your book for longer than 5 years, raise your hand. Anybody? Yep. 10 years. So we got any 10 years? I promise you the number is always, I've been working on my book for 10 years. The lies we tell. It ain't taking you 10 years, right? But we've been thinking about it. And the truth is, let's just be real. Many of us in here probably have thought about it, once or twice about writing a book and leaving legacy. Yes, yes? And so that is why, I'm so excited, because I love talking about what being an author has done for me and for my business. Y'all, let me tell you something. Writing the right book. Everybody say right book. Baby, it'll open up doors that you never thought could happen. I'm telling you, there have been times with having the right book. I've gone into events. Hey, y'all doing? Hi, fellas. If y'all free, y'all can sit down and join us. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. You don't look like it. He said he in a rush. Okay. So slow motion. You can hang with us. Okay. But anybody that walk by gonna get it. Everybody say they gonna get the smoke. They gonna get the smoke. You walk by, you getting the smoke. So one thing I can tell you guys is when I wrote the book and writing the right book, everybody say right book. I'm telling you, it will edify you without you having to edify yourself. It'll tell people that you're qualified without you having to over exalt, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. No. The right book. Okay. And so just think about it. There are so many people right now that are looking for you. They're looking for what you've been able to accomplish. And it's simple. We overcomplicate things, but literally somebody is Googling how to be happy. What's that? Okay, that ain't doing nothing for me, girl. Is that what you're doing? Show her the picture. I need you to have your book with you. It looks good, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks great. That looks amazing. But now, what was I talking about? By the way, I do suffer from a challenge called IDD. I made it up. It's called Inspired Deficit Disorder. And so I really like to make up my own things, attention deficit disorder or whatever they call it. I don't really like that one. But I say I'm inspired easily. So if y'all throw me off, I promise you, we might be talking about Mars in 2 seconds, okay? But anyways, back to reeling it in, writing the right book, huh? Yeah, the right book will edify you guys. And so, for example, I wrote a book about depression, right? And we don't have to raise our hands here as far as if we've experienced it, but how many people know someone that's maybe experienced depression before? Yes. And so when I wrote this book about depression, now this was before people was like openly saying I'm depressed. Today, people are not as, it's not like a thing that people look at you crazy when you say I'm dealing with some mental issues. It's like now, okay, we get it, right? But when I wrote the book about depression, I remember sitting down with a young lady. I did a coffee chat with her, and we were just talking, and she had a conference. I knew she had a conference coming up, right? And I knew I wanted to speak at the conference. Anybody want to speak at some conferences? See, I knew I wanted to speak. And so I said, well, let's do some coffee. And so we sat down, we talked. I don't even know what we talked about. At the end, I said, you know what? I want to bless you with something. I just came out with this book, Depression, the 7 Steps to something, something, something. And I want you to have it. And she was like, oh my God, this is great. I actually have a panel of doctors that's going to be talking about this depression and anxiety and mental wellness. Would you like to be on the panel? I sure would. Okay, because I gave her a copy, which meant I was an expert. Now, y'all, picture this. I'm sitting on the panel, and no, I was at the end. They was on this side. It's all doctors. And, when they getting over there, they talking about, what are some of the reasons why people experience mental challenges? They using all type of terminology I ain't never heard of, words that's a little bit over my head, medical terms and chromatology and the nomenology and all that stuff. And I was like, and so when they got to me, I said, listen, I don't know nothing about what they talking about over there. I don't even know what those words mean. But what I can tell you, this is what I did. And at the end of the panel, everybody was in line waiting to talk to the girl who had a book on depression. And so this is the thing. When people are looking for information, especially in the self-help space, they're looking to solve a problem. And every single one of us have multiple things that we can solve. Now, the challenge is, as a people of multiple talents, right? We got to learn how to narrow in on the one thing and figure out the one thing that people can actually utilize and say, you know what, Valerie, I want your services. You know what? What? CC, girl, Shantae. CC, yes, you just don't do that. But CC, that was actually, let's give it up for CC because Sharon Hudgens, I don't know if she's watching, she was invited by. So, yes. So, CC, I want you to come and speak on my podcast, right? And so, writing the right book can open up opportunities for you, but you got to think about what is it that people are searching for? And then how can I create a simple, straight to the point project that will give them the value? Now, the biggest challenge that many authors have is they write a book to sell a book versus writing a book to sell. I was sharing this last night. I was at the event. Most people do not buy books, especially in the self-help space, because they want to read it. They buy a self-help book because they want the results it's promising. Does that make sense? So, let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all got books in your house? Anybody bought some books? Okay. How many of y'all got books that you started and ain't finished yet? Hello? And in your mind, you were going to finish those books. Not only were you going to but the book is good. But life has happened. And you done put that book on the shelf and you be looking at it. I'm going to get to it. I just don't got the time. The truth is, most people are not going to even read past chapter 1 of our books. But the book is a marketing tool. The book is designed to give confirmation that, yes, you are the person to help them with whatever transformation that they want. And now it is your responsibility to offer them the what's next. Now, let me tell you how authors mess up. And then I'm going to get ready to wrap it up so we can open up for some Q&A. I know you guys have questions about anything from writing it to marketing, all those things. So y'all need to write y'all question down. Think about it. Here's the next thing. well, I'm gonna say a couple things. Number one, many authors, they miss out on opportunity because the world has told us to use these third-party websites where we upload our book and we push to get this title because we as a people are addicted to titles. We're addicted to recognition. And so now we get on this site that don't care nothing about us, that only cares about our leads, that as soon as we tell someone to go to the site, they then start recommending other authors to your people. They don't even have the nerve to give you the name, the email, the phone number, or none of that. You got to actually get a store and pay them per month if you even want to get that. And so we strive to become this top seller title so that we can tell the world I'm a top seller and we don't even know who bought from us. Now, what happens is then they start recommending your product and your services or something similar to other people that are not, and it's not even the person that they're recommending is not you. I see people do this all the time because the world has told us that we need to be this top seller. Y'all, let me tell you something. I am a book coach. Nobody has ever decided to do business with me because I was or was not a top seller. In fact, nobody even asked me that question. People don't say, well, are you a top seller before I give you this $5,000, $10,000? No, because they want the results that I market. Does that make sense? Now, the second thing is now that you have provided a platform where you're selling your own product, how are you following up? What is the what's next? Because I promise you, what you are not willing to offer, somebody else will. Whether it's a retreat. Who likes to go to retreats? Anybody here? Some of us are retreat goers, right? How many of y'all like to go to brunches? Y'all who like to get a little mimosas? You know, little, if they ain't got a mimosa, I ain't coming, right? How many of us like to go on trips, like just travel? I want to travel the world and see different things, right? How many of us like to go to conferences and workshops? Who's ever invested into a coach? Anybody ever invested into therapy? Anybody ever invested into services? Hey, I need to lose a couple inches off my waist. What you got, right? People are paying for products and services. And so the book is designed to be the marketing tool to lead them to the what's next. And again, if you won't offer it, somebody else will. So what I do is I show you how to first have the right book that will market for you, but that will also provide transformation. And then we want to now position that reader, or at least the person who purchased, because even if they read it or not, we got their information because they bought it from our site. Hello? We're now positioning them for the what's next. Come to my luncheon. Come to my retreat. Hey, enroll into my coaching. Let me show you how to do this final result. And guys, when you make it as simple as that, we were just listening to an interview by the guy that created Kinko's. Y'all know he's a multi-billionaire. They were asking him, what's your schedule like? What y'all think his schedule was? Exactly. He said, well, I wake up at about 10. Then I go do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. And I might, do a little workout. Like we think that rich and wealthy people, many people do, to get rich and wealthy, we got to have 20 million businesses. They said the founder of Kinko's, not the founder of Kinko's, FedEx, da-da-da. He built $1 million, billion-dollar brand. Yes, I'm sure he has investments elsewhere while we have Dr. Ronda, but he learned how to create something that people are searching for and simplify his process. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I want to show you to do. How to not be overworked and underpaid. That's over with it. The government is firing everybody left and right. We need to start positioning ourselves so we are not one of those people who are right now sitting at I got a girlfriend right now. She like, girl, I don't even know what's about to happen. I got this new apartment I'm going to get. If I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm just like, this is crazy. And so I'm super excited because if you need questions about how to write the book, all that stuff, we're going to talk about it. We're also going to make a special offer. Now, how many of y'all like goodies and gifts and all who like gifts and goodies, right? Yeah. How many of y'all like to, get in on the, when it's like, ooh, they offering all of this. We're going to be hooking you guys up with something, okay? Now, what I did was, and we about to start this panel. And let me see what y'all talking about over here in the chat. I was going through my old files and found 3 books I wrote and I forgot about. Woo! Tammy, get to it, girl. It's one of our elite members. Crystal from Atlanta. Now, Crystal, not in the chat, Dumbo, she from Atlanta. You're supposed to be here, child. Okay. She one of our BPC members, too. Okay, but anyways, y'all, so we're gonna open it up now. Who did not get one of these candles? So we really just wanted to incentivize you to come up here and introduce yourself, but we got enough candles for everybody here. And I always like to do something really nice. Listen, just because the event did not cost money does not mean it was free for you. You had to pay for your gas to get here. You had to put on your clothes. And I don't know about you, but for an hour of my time, I charge $1,000 for coaching. So that ain't free. And so I appreciate you guys taking the time on this beautiful Sunday, right? And being here with us. And so if you open it up, they have these nice little sayings. I don't know if they all say the same thing, but this one says, may you be proud of the work you do, the person you are, and the difference you make. A lot of times we wake up and we don't even think, I'm going to be honest, it'll be times even me. Y'all ever been so busy, just so laser focused, and sometimes you forget to stop and smell the roses and forget that maybe there's somebody that's actually watching you and they're inspired by your story and they're seeing you. It could just be one person. It only takes one person to be the president. It only takes one person to be a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar business. And so I wanted to create something nice because we are living in some times right now. So let this be a reminder. And if you who didn't get a candle? I'm going to give these to you guys. Let this be a reminder that there are people right now watching you, and you should be proud of it, just waking up and showing up today. Amen. Okay, awesome. And if you want to come, can y'all come up here? Because I'm trying not to come off camera. I want to stay on camera for those. Now, those y'all watching virtually, who needs a candle? Come on up. Give me. Okay. Yes. Grab you one. Here you go. Yay. Yes, you're welcome. Okay, thank you. I think that's it. I think we're good. Yep. They smell good too. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do right now is, did y'all write y'all questions down? And those of you guys in the chat, by the way, guys, those of you in the chat, thank you, Robin. Just love listening to your wisdom. Taurea, yes, I'm an author, co-author in the process of writing another book. Amen. Come on, author. Yes, we are living in some unprecedented times. Yes, we are. Some crazy stuff going on. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to open up this panel. By the way, we're going to do some more raffle tickets. We're going to raffle off a lot of different things. But what we do have for those who are here physically, we're raffling off this flat screen TV, 40 inches. We've got 2 of our light up microphones. Now, you got the raffle ticket if you were here between 3 and 3:15. So that's how you get your raffle ticket, by being on time. Really, that's when it started at 3. To be on time is to be early. And so some of us came early. I ain't pointing nobody out, but over here, okay. But anyways, if you got here by 3:15, you got a raffle ticket. So we'll be giving away this. We also have an HD tablet. We have these ear pods, and we have a couple of books that we're going to raffle off. Okay. And we're going to raffle off hosting a workshop. So we'll host a workshop for you, as well as those who are online. We're going to raffle off a virtual workshop. And then, also you guys got a 3-day, 2-night hotel voucher. So you just need to make sure that you activate your voucher within 30 days. Okay. What happens is you just take care of the taxes, and then we take care of the room. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's grab the chairs. We're going to pull over the panel. For those who are watching online, thank you. Yep, we just need about 2 chairs. Okay. And then we need the other mic. And so for those online, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate. This is designed. Where did the mic go? Oh, you already put it back on. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Yes, ma'am. You see what I'm saying? On top of it. Okay. We only need 2. Okay. Yeah. And hopefully, I don't know. Are they gonna say? You know what? See.
Can you see
a
us?
little bit higher?
Okay.
And if you guys have questions in the chat, and so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna look at y'all questions that y'all have. And shout out to Brittany Wilder. Brittany Wilder also will let you guys know as well some of the stuff she does and how to be in touch with her. She'll be reaching out to y'all. But she is our official BPC MC. Let's give it up for So hadn't had a chance yet to really announce that, but let me see. Yeah, can we even be seen? I don't think so. Okay, do me a favor, y'all. Y'all scooch on over. Yep, this way. Yes. And then Valerie, scoot over a little bit. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think once
No.
it's delete.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into these questions. This is all we got. It's like okay.
Oh, is anybody doing them
Okay.
online? You looking at the online ones?
Huh?
Are they gonna do any online?
Yeah. If we do have some questions online. Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Oh, okay. You don't get them. Okay.
Okay. All right.
They all you.
Okay. This is for you. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So, and if anybody has any additional questions online, we'll probably add some in as well.
Okay.
Because a lot of people ask about the books. Okay. So, what is your question that you got?
So my question is, for the M in move, make a decision. How do I know I am making a good decision that won't lose me money? That is a very Then I feel like I'm in the Spike Lee movie when they just standing in this movement. But that is such a good question. First of all, I am very spiritual and I know God. But having the right people around you actually allows you to make the right decision also. One of the things and techniques that you can do is, if you have two decisions on the table, actually close your eyes and walk down the path of each decision. And this is with any decision that you got to make. Walk down the path of either one of those decisions and see where it leads you. And I believe that we have internal wisdom. We were put on this earth with everything we need on the inside of us to make good decisions. But you also need someone who knows. You got to be in the community. That's the whole thing, is being in a community of people who know things about money. I didn't know nothing about index funds before 2020. None at all. I happened to stumble on somebody who wrote a book and read it. It was like, what? We can make wealth? Because, the only way I thought you made wealth off of like life insurance and things like that was people was killing themselves and leaving money to their family, or somebody had to die. You don't have to die to get rich. Stop waiting for your people to die before you get rich. You can actually use the money beforehand. And you can use your money now. So that is what I would recommend. And let's discuss it. Let's meet up. Let's talk about it, whatever decision that comes up, because you should feel confident in making your decision when it comes around money. That is the whole point of being in the right community.
I love that. Let's give it up for that answer. All right. So most of y'all wrote questions about books, so I'm gonna try to get through. I'll do two, and then I'm gonna ask. I got some questions for Dr. Ronda for sure. Because listen, investing was always something I was afraid of. Because you always think investing into stuff, that's what millionaires do, and you like, well, I gotta wait till I make $1 million. No, you do it now.
Right.
That's how you get the
Start
million.
now.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple of you guys have some really good questions here. So I'm going to, and even online, I see you, let me see. Money Management Matters and Manaya is really, really good. So what would you tell someone inspired? Okay. Okay. This is a good one. So one is, what would you tell someone that is inspired to write but does not have a topic? So remember, I was saying that somebody right now is looking for you, right? So they want to know how to do something that you know how to do. And that's the easiest way to figure out a topic. I did an exercise. It was actually a friend of mine told me this exercise that was so fire. And it was like, dang, it really started to bring out a lot of stuff when I didn't even, I had forgot all about. I want to challenge everybody from when you were born. Everybody know what year you were born, right? And I'm not even being funny. I was listening to an interview with Michael Blackson. He was like, I really don't know. Because sometimes in Africa, at that time, you couldn't really go to a hospital. And so you'd be born in the backyard. And they just figure it out. But if you know the year that you were born, from the year that you were born up until this day, 2025, each year, I want you to write something pivotal, paradigm shifting that happened to you that year. I'll share some of my stuff because I don't mind sharing my truth. That if anybody follows me, this is something that I will get online and tell y'all my business quick. except who I'm dating, because what you won't do is try to slide up in his DM. No, I'm playing. He's not even online, so that's okay. Hey, I prayed for that too. Please give me somebody who ain't online. Okay, so let me try to find. I ain't lying. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples because this is, oh my goodness, it's called My Life. So 1981, I was born in Langley Air Force Base, Virginia, by Beverly Melissa Doman and Andre Bernard Avant. Now, both of my parents, my birth parents, unfortunately have passed. So my mom passed when I was 11 and my dad at 26. So I don't really know. And unfortunately, I never asked my parents anything about my life, which I never even asked anything about their life. You know, we got to start making sure that if our parents are alive, we should probably sit down and ask them some questions because it's so much that we miss out on. So I don't know what happened from 82 to 84. And then around 85, I said, I think this is when I lived in Phoenix, Arizona. 1987, it was around this time when I seen my mama doing something that I don't think she had no business doing. I would keep that between mama and God bless you, right? And so that was a pivotal, but then I saw my parents get married. Then we moved back to Virginia and my father was gone in 88, TWI. I used to think my dad worked for Santa Claus when I was a little kid because he was in the air. Both my parents were Air Force. And so I used to think because he would always come back with gifts. I was like, he got to work for Santa Claus, right? 1990. My mother was actually an alcoholic. And this was when I was in the car with her and she hit a guy while we were in the car. We were going somewhere, but she was drunk and she hit a guy that was riding a bike. And I remember it like yesterday because we like instantly turned around and I just remember looking like, mom, stop. And I'm just looking at him. And she got kicked out of the military. 91, my parents split up. In 92, we got evicted from our apartment that we had moved into. And we were robbed within the first week that we moved into that apartment. 93, my mother died of cirrhosis of the liver. Does anybody know what that is? That right there is a big pivotal part of my life where I could even talk about being a child of a parent who was addicted to alcohol. You know how many of us right now could relate?
Yeah.
And how many people that maybe have relationship problems because they grew up watching their parents or a parent go through that. So I could literally write a book about that. And let's say that I want to, because this is the thing. A lot of people say, well, I want to be a life coach. Okay, first of all, most people don't really just like a person wants a life coach because there's something that is keeping them from having the life they desire. Right. So if I identify that watching my mother go through this and eventually passing away has caused problems with me and people like, you know, building strong relationships with people that I love, then that could be a book that I could talk about, but I can also serve other, let's just say, executive women who want to build better relationships. They're good in the office. They're good in the boardroom, but when it comes to personal friendships, they don't have them. And so now I don't have to run around saying I'm a life coach, but I can say I work with executive. I can even see some of y'all faces right now that y'all are even triggered by me talking about that. And I'm not saying in a bad way, but you can relate. And so that could be my marketing though. So I help executive women who probably don't have great friendships because maybe, and I'm not talking about Dr. Ronda, so I'm just using, she's right, but they don't have great friendships because they are also survivors of parents who were alcoholics. Now I make my marketing connected to that, and my book is, she was an alcoholic, but I won't be. That could be the title. And so every year of your life, there is something pivotal that happened where you can say, and it'll show up and let you know, is this what I want to talk about? I mean, okay, why did I choose books? Because again, that was a big moment for me at the time when I was a top leader in network marketing. Anybody know network marketing? Y'all don't know network. That's like Mary Kay, you know, where we sign you up and they say, they say, all you got to do is promote the product. Then you get on the call, they be like, how many people you recruit? You be like, yeah. I thought I was selling products. You got me enrolled in the recruiting. Right. So, yes. Yep. Kirby. Oh, my goodness. I had that big, heavy tail. You remember the heavy joint? The little metal thing? So, I was a top leader in network marketing. And I remember I finally hit this position because remember, we're addicted to positions. By the way, I wasn't even making no money, like for real. when I first hit the position. It took about 2 months to catch up before I was making money. But I got this prestigious position where they told me when you hit this position, the number one lifestyle in the world. So everybody got to respect me. Think about it. Do you know there's actually been a study where they said that in jobs, they will literally give you a title that has more syllables in it because they feel with more syllables, you have a more prestigious title and people will just give you a title with no raise. I'm now the executive opportunity for people so that they can want to do business, because there used to be a day where people would do business with people that they knew, like, and trust. You ever heard that before? But now it's all about relatability. So make yourself relatable. Okay, so that's one example of how to know what to write about. Okay, so hopefully we can still hear. No, they can hear now. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, but y'all was hanging in there. They ain't left yet. Okay. It was like, we see you. Okay, Dr. Ronda. So when it comes to investing, because this is one of the questions I always typically ask, is, let's just say I'm someone who I don't got $500 a month to invest, but I have maybe 50 or 100. Is there still an opportunity for me to start making some investments for my financial future?
Yes, that is correct. You do not have to be a millionaire. Now, if you go to any financial professional, like, I don't want to call no companies out, but the big companies, they want you to dump in $10,000, $25,000. You got to have a lot of money. What I do? No. You can start off. You got to start somewhere. If you never start with what you can do and go for there, because the secret is compound interest. The secret is, one, start young. So if you got little kids, go ahead and set them up, because of course they got time for it to grow. I think sometimes we get to 50 and 60 talking about, oh, I only got about 10. Girl, 10 years is good. 10 years of growth. And you can always increase it, because it'll be amazing. Once you start, you'd be like, oh, woman, I found some money over here. Or I'm going to take my income tax. If you giving the government all your money during the year, which we need to stop doing that, you should be breaking because they're using your money, and you ain't really getting your money back. You giving them your money. So that's a whole nother topic. But if you getting big checks, guess what? Dump them big checks in an area like an index fund. That's why I talk about those. Take those big checks and dump them in. Of course, it depends on life's, money and finances are personal. So everybody's household is different. We're different ages. We got different things going on in our houses. So you have to tell us. What I like about it is I meet the client where they're at. So you tell me, how much can you get started with? Okay, so how about in 2 years, if you did this, you'll be here. And it gets your mind, because until you get into a rhythm of doing it, because right now we're in the rhythm of go to work, get a check, pay a bill, work, pay a bill, work, pay a bill. We ain't put no money aside. And then we get to about retirement time and we looking like, oh, wait a minute, shoot, I want to stop working. And I can't. I'm right back into that cycle. So when you see them older people working at Walmart, they ain't doing that in order to find friends and talk to people and they bored at their house. No, they ran out of money. So in order for you not to run out of money, you got to start now.
That's good. That's good. All right. Okay. What has been your number one technique strategy in book marketing? So remember what I stated, that the number one mistake that many authors make is they write a book to sell a book versus writing a book to sell. So for me, one of my number one marketing techniques is to give my book away. One of them. I don't know how many books I've sold, but I could tell you how much I made last year as a result of giving away books. Authors be so hung up on this, because, by the way, let me just, for those who don't know, typically a book is going to cost you about anywhere between $2 to $5 to print. So it's a nice, expensive business card. So can I give y'all an example of what I did one time where I was able to give away a book and it turned into some money? Y'all want to hear?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you two examples. So one day, so how many of y'all like to eat nice, right? Nice restaurants. Okay. Now, I don't know what nice is for you, but for me, I ain't gonna tell y'all where I like to go because y'all might be there. Sorry, I'm playing. So for example, there's a restaurant in Houston. Oh dang, I forgot the name of it. It's a seafood restaurant across from Mastro's. Dang. Okay, so there's this restaurant in Houston, seafood restaurant, upscale. It's nice. They have a happy hour. And so I was in there one day. Now, I like to go and sit at the bar. Now, I'm no longer a drinker, but I still sit at the bar, because at the bar people are what? Social, because they've been drinking. So anyway, so I'm sitting at the bar at my nice restaurant, high-end seafood spot, and I always have 2 books sitting on the counter. How many books, y'all?
2.
At least 2. Why? Because when you got 2 sitting up here, it is already assumed that must be your book. It ain't what you're reading. They like, oh my God, is that your book? Yes, it is. It's $20. So I'm sitting at at the bar with the 2 books, and so they right here just chilling. And now I was drinking then, so I had my wine. I've drank my wine. I have my 2 books, and I have my little, appetizers. And the guy. Oh, by the way, I only sit when there's people there. So if I go into a restaurant and ain't nobody there, and I'm going there with the intention of networking and meeting someone, I do not stay. I'm going to go to another restaurant and find me some people, okay? So I'm sitting, and it's a guy, he iced out. Everybody know what that means, right? We all black, we know what it means. Iced out. If anybody online and you are not from the culture, the iced out means he got jewels and diamonds all over everywhere, right? Oh, he's dripping in ice, okay? Okay, so he iced out. He's an older gentleman, and so he's iced out. So anyway, so I sit right beside him, and I order my food, and he sees the books. Are those your books? Yes, it is. Long story short, we get into the conversation. He's a jeweler. And people, one thing about people who make money, they love showing you how they make money. So I said, well, can you show me? What did you do? Here he go. Can't wait to show me his celebrity friends. Yep, this him. So I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm not about to buy none of this jewelry, but I'm hyping it up, building a rapport. He says, you know what? I got somebody from church. One of my church members, we do Bible study. He's coming up here, and he gonna come and meet. And I think you need to meet him because he need what you got. Cool. So he comes up, and so we're now all at the bar, and I got 2 books, and I got 2 people. So we talking. I said, you know what? God told me while I'm drinking wine. God told me I need to bless y'all. I said, y'all had these 2 books. Y'all, first of all, let me tell you what giving away a good book to people will do. It'll get you some free food. Because they said, oh, no. How much is it? I was like, don't worry about it. But we going to pay for her food. We got her food. Get her another drink. I had to go because I was getting tipsy, y'all. That's why I ended up leaving. Anyways, I gave him the 2 books. Within a week, the gentleman that was coming from the Bible study called me up, said, listen, I'm ready to sign up for your programs. See, this is where we mess up because we're so busy trying to get a $15 profit. We miss out on the thousands. By the way, my program was $5,000. So I gave him a $5 seed, and guess what God did?
He multiplied.
He multiplied it. See, we be wanting a harvest with no seed. How do I market? It costs money. So you can give away books to the right people. Now, I'm not just going to go to Applebee's, no disrespect. Because Applebee's got, I don't know. It's been a minute. I'm not even trying to disrespect. It's been a minute technically. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Applebee's back in the day used to be the spot. 2 for $14.
It's still there.
Okay, it's still 2 for $14, right? So, on a good day, you might need a little 2 for $14. But I'm probably not going to give that person a free copy because I don't really know unless I talk to them. There could be somebody that's like, okay, they can invest $5,000. So for that person, I might say it's $20. So there's all kind of ways of how you do it. Another example of how I market it myself. So how many of y'all know someone who has an event coming up? Any workshops? Or you can go to Eventbrite and find some events. Can we go to Eventbrite, everybody?
Yep.
That's who found this event from Eventbrite? Yeah, Valerie said I found it today. Okay, so we can go to Eventbrite and see other events. Now, 9 times out of 10, events cost money. This space was not free. It costs me money. Vizio did not give me that. I do not have a partnership with Vizio. They don't give me free TVs, right? All of this costs money. And so I could reach out to people who are hosting events and say, hey, listen, Valerie, I see you got this workshop coming up. Do you have any vendor tables or sponsored speaker spots, right? And so I can invest to get on someone's stage. Now, one day I did an event. That's how I did it. Pitched myself. It was 100 people there. 100 people. And this is what I did. I said, by the show of hands, raise your hand if you like free, raise your hand. I only got 10 minutes to speak, by the way. Okay. Now 10 minutes, we think I'm about to drop the mic, kill them. No, my goal in 10 minutes is to get everybody's information. As an entrepreneur, your number one responsibility should be building your database. Stop speaking on stages without collecting contacts first and then your coins.
Yep.
Okay. So I would say coins and contacts. So I don't speak on nobody's stage unless I can get the leads or I can make an offer to get leads. So I said, by a show of hands, how many of y'all like free? Raise your hand. Okay, listen, I only got 10 minutes, but this is what I'm going to do. I got this book. And at the time I had 2 books. I said, I got this book, but for the first 20 people that purchase this book, I'm going to give you this book for free right here to the whole entrepreneur. So you'll be able to get 2 books for the price of one. And by the way, what's your Betty? Oh, everybody, let's give it up for Betty. Everybody, let's give it up for Betty. Okay, so Betty is going to be my assistant today. Okay, and so this is how you're going to do it. Everybody, take your phone out, and I want you to text this number right here: 832-400-9593. I want you to text the number. Everybody, okay, I see everybody. Okay, Valerie, what we doing? What we doing? I'm gonna tell you. Excuse me, ma'am. No, I'm just playing in real. I'm playing, but that's what I would do. If you just staring at me, okay, you got your phone? Okay, need you to text it. Come on. All right, 832, and I want you to text free book, right? And then what it's going to do is you're going to follow some prompts. You're going to get a link to where you can purchase a copy of my book. Again, the first 20. So once you purchase it, it's going to say, congratulations, go get your book from my assistant. And Betty is my assistant. So what I want y'all to do is do it right now, okay? And that the next 20 people, the first 20 people, I'm also going to throw in, I might throw in a candle or something. That cost me, by the way, them candles ain't cost me a whole lot, just so y'all know. So, okay. So now I've got 20 people who, what are they doing? Everybody, by the way, everybody who does send it, even if you don't get a book, you're going to get access to my free masterclass. Now, I done spent 5 minutes doing that to make sure that I get your information. And then in the next 5 minutes, I might say, okay, look, I ain't got a lot of time, so let me tell you what I'm going to do. And I have literally in my book, I got a book, A Vision of Freedom or 6-Figure Vision. There's a poem. And the poem is called The Potter. And I said, listen, I ain't got a lot of time, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read a poem because I believe that everybody in here can learn from this story. And so while you guys are sending your text, make sure you do it before okay, we got one person. All right, let's give it up for them. I will celebrate people as they start to get it because now everybody won't be celebrated. And so now I start reading this poem and I say, by the way, and I finish the poem, my name is Taurea Avan. And congratulate. I did that at an event, y'all. By the time I was done, them 10, I had sold 20 books at $20. I had 40 leads. And guess what? Every single one of them, I invited them to a private webinar that I was doing in a couple days. That's how you market your book. Now, you might not. Now, this was an event where everybody paid under $100. But if I go to an event and everybody there has paid over $500, I might 9 times out of 10 say the first 20 get it for free because you've already qualified yourself as someone who invests in transformation. Regardless of what the transformation is, you invest in yourself. So I don't mind giving up 20 times 5. That's $100. That's called a seed sown. And the harvest will come because I already know y'all investors. So I need everybody information in here. First 20 will get a copy. That's another way to market your book. And so again, when you get this good, right book, guys, you might find yourself giving away more copies to qualified people, but it's designed to get them in place for the what's next. Now, remember, I do not give away books unless I get your information or I get your money. But preferably, even if I get your money, I still need your information. Right. Okay? Because I'm following up. Yes, yes?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yes, everybody like free. Okay, Dr. Ronda, what is an index? Because you be using these terminologies. We don't know what none of that means. Do y'all know it? Who doesn't know what an index? Be real. Okay, so see, we don't know what you're talking about.
We know. Oh, okay. So an index fund. So an index fund is a measurement. One index fund is called an IUL, which is an index universal life. It basically, what it does, everybody know what the SP 500 is. That's the stock market. Well, it looks at the stock market in order for growth, but it's not growing because of the stock market. And so what indexes do, it follows the growth of the stock market, but when the stock market plummets, it stays the same and you lose no money in indexes. So it's always going up and you don't have the dip. So that is the difference between the two. Also, you have access to your money all the time. Like you don't have to wait. So most of you who all know what a 401k is, you know the ins and the outs of a 401k. So 401k, you got all of these things. You got to be 59 and a half. How many of y'all 59 and a half in here? Yeah, okay, see. So 59 and a half, you get penalized, you get taxed. You're putting money in there before tax. So even when you get to 59 and a half, they're going to tax you anyway on the money. You're just not penalized, but you can get your money, but you're still going to get taxed on it. So it becomes part of your income for that year. So the IULs are completely almost the same, but completely different. You don't have to have a certain age. You're able to grow money in it. When you take money out, it doesn't go towards your income, so you're not getting taxed on it. So you're able to take, so that $10,000 that I had y'all imagine, when you get the 10,000 in the pot, you can actually loan it to yourself. Your pot is still growing and you don't have to pay it back. So it keeps it going because of compound interest.
That's good. Oh, now see, that hooked us up. Okay, the index. So we need some indexes over here. That's right. I need an index. Yes, index. Okay. Oh, let me see. We have some questions online. Shout out to everybody online as well. Love your confidence. Oh, Manaya. I won't reshare it, but thank you so much for sharing that. And she said, I love your confidence. Well, Manaya, I love your confidence. How about that? Y'all, she's sharing some stuff in here. Okay. Questions. What are some unique ways? Okay, well, we talked. Okay, market your book to corporations. So again, marketing your book to corporations is super easy. So, by the way, that's what. Oh, I'm glad you asked that. So, I have this thing called an author brand card, right? So, don't you got one?
I do.
Yes, you do. So these are what we designed. When you become a Book Profits Club member, you have 30 days, and then you get to upgrade to Elite, which is an optional upgrade. It is more expensive. However, we have masterminds, and we create these brand cards. Anyways, this right here is something that will separate you. You don't have to have it, but these are one of the tools that I love to share, because if you want to pitch yourself to a corporation, number one, the reason why a corporation is going to have you to come in to speak to their people is because you're going to help to increase their bottom line, period, point blank, end of story. That's what they want. So how can you help us to make our business grow? That's it. So they don't want to hear about, I'm going to help you to dig down deep and find your inner self being. No, I'm going to help build better relationships within your organization so that you guys can work together and increase your sales. I'm going to come in and show your employees how to properly connect with their bosses, because that disconnect is keeping your business from growing. I'm going to help you to establish better rapport so that that you don't have so much churn or turnover when it comes to your business, right? So you got to make sure that when you're pitching a corporation, there has to be something that to them they identify as value, which a lot of times is going to be about increasing the bottom line in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? So one of the things that you're going to do is create a pitch package. You pitch yourself. In your pitch package, you're going to have your book. Your book is designed to talk about whatever, the transformation. So you have your book. You'll also have what we call an intro letter. So you're going to say, hey, XYZ Corporation, I would love to come in and do a free workshop, maybe start off free, and be able to teach your employees XYZ. This is what I found. And through my experience, I've been able to help people to go from this to this. But then you can even include cool things like an author brand card or something. Because in this one, when you open it up, it has a video on the inside. And so, is this one? Yeah, you see my video? Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh. You know how you got to go back and look like, okay, you was doing it snatched. Okay. And so even if you don't have that, but still being willing to pitch. Now, here's a challenge. Regardless if it's a corporation or a conference, a workshop or something, I want to challenge you guys, even if your book is not done yet, find 5 to 10 that you can find this month that are going to be having workshops next month. 5 to 10 workshops next month. The truth is that people that host events that have speakers, they're always going to probably host another event. And so guess what? They may not know you there. By the way, just because you say I'm a speaker does not mean that the speaking doors are just going to automatically open. You got to put yourself out there.
Right.
One thing that I wish I would have done more when I first got started, y'all, because I was that girl too. I was like, I'm the bomb. I done left the network marketing company where I was used to literally coming and speaking in front of hundreds of people just because I was coming to the city. To now, I'm doing workshops. It's 10, 15 people showing up, right? Humbled me. But in the 10 to 15 people workshops was where I developed a 6-figure coaching business. But I wasn't pitching myself to these organizations. They didn't know who I was. And so I was, out here like, I ain't asking nobody to help me to speak because, they don't show you no love. They don't appreciate you. That's how I used to talk crazy. Don't. Because I asked one person out of the hundreds of events taking place in Atlanta. He won't even in Atlanta, but I asked him and his wife, I said, why don't you let me come and speak at your workshop? He said, because you're not ready. You still bitter. Ooh. Now I'm trying not to be a cussing woman, but cuss words still want to come out right now when I think about what he told me. And so that's when I was like, oh, forget it. I'm not going to ask nobody to speak at their events. I don't need them. But that's not the way to be. There are people right now who are looking for our expertise. They tired of having the same people at the events. They want some new, fresh faces. But we got to be willing to humble ourselves and say, hey, how do you go about getting your speakers? And so I'm going to challenge you 5 to 10. So if it's corporations, find you 5 to 10 corporations that you would love to speak at. Find out how can you, because it's somebody. Schools. Yep. You can reach out to teachers. You want to speak at Morris Brown. Is it Morris Brown? Yeah, Morris Brown. No, Morehouse. But Morris Brown, Morehouse, Spelman, Clark, who? AUC, at Georgia State, all these different, right here. Yeah. Find you a teacher. Go on LinkedIn, see who's a teacher, and pitch them. That's how I spoke at Texas Southern University. That's Meg Thee Stallion School. I met one of the teachers, said, I want to come speak to your class. And he was like, sure, come on. Now you're speaking at colleges. You might start off for free too. It's called sowing the seed. Yeah. Be willing to get the work in, get the content, get pictures, and then you start pitching yourself more and more, right? And so that's how you speak for free. Okay. That's how you get into these corporations. That's how you get into these schools. That's how you get into these workshops. Okay. Now I'm gonna just put a little shameless plug with Book Profits Club. We have these pop-up workshops that we do once a month, right? And I only allow BPC members to speak on our stages. So from the pop-up workshops to speaking in, we're going to Dubai in May. We're going to Ghana in December. We're doing a hybrid event. Which one? Ghana. Okay. Yes. We're doing a hybrid event in June. That's going to be in North Carolina. The space is amazing. But all of those speaking events, I'm only making to Book Profits Club members because I just want to support the people that's supporting the system. I'm gonna be honest, right? So anyways, but you can find people that are looking for you. And oh, by the way, just because they say on the first time, we don't need no speakers, say, okay, well, can I come volunteer? Like, guys, you got to learn to build rapport with people, build relationships. And sometimes people so sick of people always trying to come to them. Like, I can't stand someone that offer a service and don't be grateful. You know what I mean? Like, you ever go get your hair done and your style, and you always faithfully go to them, and then because you maybe didn't come, they got an attitude or something. I'd be like, but that's because you never said thank you. So the same goes with us, guys. Being able to be willing to serve and show gratitude and be like, man, thank you for allowing me to come and volunteer. What else can I do? And the more that you build trust with people and the more that they see that you are an amazing person, the value you bring, they're going to want you to come and speak on their stage. So great question. Okay. You also offer in your company opportunities for people who want to be able to become their own agent.
Yes.
Now, what license do you have to get?
You have to have an insurance license.
Which one is it?
License.
Is it so you don't need a property and casualty license?
No property casualty.
Oh,
and no health.
Oh, and no
health.
Because years ago, everybody say years ago. I used to be a tripreneur and I did everything under the sun. I had a life and health insurance license. Mm-hmm. And I also had property and casualty. You laughing at me, Brandy? Listen, I was a bail bondsman. That's why I did property and casualty. Oh. And then life and health, because I thought I wanted to sell life insurance. I pulled up to the first house, Valerie, that they gave me as a lead, drove off, never tried it again. I tried everything. I sold knives, vacuums, door to door, tripreneur. Here we go. Okay. I mean, oh, I even wanted to do we all adults here. Is any children on the line?
No,
I even wanted to do the little phone thing.
Oh, I ain't heard
It didn't
that
work
one.
for me though.
I
I
ain't
was
heard
like,
that
this is crazy. So, anyways,
Look, I'm thinking about the feet thing.
the foot.
the feet model.
Listen, them people be paying money.
money for them feet
They be
pictures.
paying money for them feet pictures. But you have an opportunity within your company for people to actually earn some money. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So I am building an agency and I help other people build their own agencies. The thing is, we got to get into systems. And Taurea talked about like plugging in even into this system. People are making money because they have systems in place. When you're out there solo trying to make money, yeah, you can get to $1 million by yourself, but you know how hard that'll be? You need to talk to at least $1 million, depending on your price point, to get to $1 million. You're doing it by yourself. So my whole goal is to show you how from your warm, you ain't buying no leads, you're not doing any of those things. What you're doing is starting with your warm market and showing and explaining to them how they build wealth and explaining that to them. A lot of times when I'm talking to people about IULs, building wealth, things like that, they don't see where they got the money. So now I give them an opportunity to build their own agency where they can actually make the money. And so everybody starts off with a 30% contract and it goes up from there. And so you get promoted by recruiting or showing the thing, because you don't have to recruit. You present the information. They're going to say yes or no. We have to get detached from trying to force people to do stuff. Like, people going to do what they want to do. If you force them to get in, you got to force them to want to get rich. No, this is the year that we're going to follow a system. We're going to do it with ease, and we're not grinding. I don't need grinders. I need people who are willing to follow a system. We got a proven system. I work with millionaires right now. There's not plenty of places that you can go where millionaires will mentor you just because you're in their organization. Because you can go to CEOs right now. How many, if you work in corporate now, how many of you have met your CEO? They at the top. Most time they ain't trying to talk to us. They are my mentors, and they're here in Atlanta. So it's Ellis and Jasmine Swazo. They are here in Atlanta. Great-hearted people, but they coach you. Who doesn't want to be coached by a millionaire? That's that change. That's the community and the atmosphere that I offer with everybody that's in my agency, but them also building their own agency.
Awesome. Okay. So, question is thoughts on AI illustrators. I will talk about AI, period, as far as publishing as it goes. I believe that AI definitely has created great opportunities for us to write books. In fact, we have a course where we talk about writing a book in 3 days. So, let me give you some tips if anybody wants some tips on how to start off with their successful book, self-help book. First of all, once the title is something that you may figure out after the fact. By the way, one of my favorite books, Think and Grow Rich. Anybody ever heard that book? Napoleon Hill. Took him 20 plus years to actually put this together, because what he did was he interviewed at the time the wealthiest men at that time, right? And in the process of interviewing them, he also applied what he was learning, which made him wealthy. When he started off, he was flat broke, and he applied those principles and became wealthy, right? So anyways, he never even had the title of the book this whole time. And so a lot of times we get caught up on the title when really we should just focus on getting the content together, and then we might even create the title with the content, right? By the way, the title should be something simplistic that people, when they see the title, they know what it's about. So people will come up with these books that'll say something like The Breakthrough of what? Right? So we have a title where people really don't know what it's about. Or if somebody asks you, this is the craziest thing. If somebody sees your book and they say, what's it about? Then we got to work on we got to add something to the subtitle, something. Right? Yeah. The goal is to get them to literally say, oh my God, I need these results. Right? So how do we write our book? I always recommend 7 or 10 chapters, 7 steps, 7 secrets, 7 reasons. People like steps. People like lists. Yeah. And so you have 7 or 10. And the reason why I say 7 or 10, because both of those numbers are comfortable numbers to most of us. We're used to 7. A lot of people love numbers like the 7 days, 7 period, right? But then 10 also because it's a comfortable number. Beyond that, sometimes it can become overwhelming. And we don't need to create these, but I had a homegirl, she wrote this book, 100 and something reasons why you should date 3 men at a time. I was like, girl, that was too much. That's why you single. 100 and some reasons. No, I don't need that many reasons, right? It was overwhelming. And so 7 or 10, by the way, if you go beyond that, you write another book. John C. Maxwell, anybody ever heard of him? Do y'all know what his books are typically on?
Leadership.
He is the leadership king. And so do you know all his books are about leadership? You would think after the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, the first time, you don't need no more. It's got 17th edition or 20th edition or something. He said he writes for like an hour to 2 hours a day on the topic of leadership because the way that we led even last year has changed.
Right.
Right? So stuff always it's still February. So right now, I have a young lady, Tanyelle Miller. She's one of our elite members. She helps mothers who've dealt with, emotional challenges lose weight. She's getting booked to speak left and right, y'all. And she focuses on weight loss, but also connected to emotional, right? So let's say your book is about how to lose weight even as a mom, right? So we say, I'm going to give you 7 tips. All we got to do is Google seven steps to losing weight. What are some ways to lose weight, y'all? One chapter could be on eating. Okay, what's another way?
Exercise.
Exercise. Duh. We can't escape it, right? Number 2. Number 3, what's another way? Water. We need plenty of fluids, right? Number 3. What's another one? 4 could be get a coach because she's the coach. Now what we do is we take that one chapter and then we divide it into 4 to 6 sub chapters. So now what we can do, this is how you utilize AI. You say, AI, give me 4, or I always say more. If anybody has ChatGPT on their phone, which most of us do by this time now, you can go to ChatGPT and say, give me 7 ways that, or 7 steps to eating right to losing weight. And then you take 4 of them and that becomes your subchapters. But it should be the ones that you resonate with, that you relate to. Yeah. I don't give people steps on stuff I don't do because you will be found out. Yeah. That's why I don't believe in having a ghostwriter. Even Steve Harvey said it. Oh, this is good. The boy, this your book. Because he didn't write it. He did it. But people will still get on his show and ask relationship advice because he has a book about relationships. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so you create that foundation. Now, AI can help you to even enhance your content and also when it comes to illustrations. Now, the only challenge with illustrations is utilizing AI to make your illustrations can be a challenge because sometimes the illustrations will be not right.
Right. Yes. Correct. Correct.
You have 10 fingers. Yeah. The words be all blurred out. But what I have found is that I can tell AI or ChatGPT, give me some cover ideas, give me some images of a cover that is a book on this, and you can get a design idea and find you an illustrator to make the cover. Yes. To make your illustrations. Yes. Side note, you said you needed an illustrator? I do know some. We have some publishers as well that do children's books. So I can definitely connect you to some folks that do illustrations. So AI is great for kind of like, helping with ideas and stuff. But ultimately, guys, people are buying the book from you or buying your content because it's your information. Right. So AI can be an assistance, but I definitely don't recommend it be the, and I've seen people too that we know. Oh no, it's froze up. Okay. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to talk to you about the opportunity to work with us.
That is called insanity. The definition of doing stuff over and over without getting results is insanity. Well, that is the definition. We should be in the book is called The Slight Edge. And so slightly our life is actually you're not even getting the same. Because if you're getting the results that you got last year with this economy, that means your results have actually gone down. That makes sense? I promise you on everything I love y'all been doing this in the book space. It'll be 10 years this April. Since doing this, nobody has ever once called me to say, are you working today? Are you sending the DMs? Nobody's ever once called me to say, are you listening to 5 different coaches? Nobody has ever called me to say, are you doing what you said you was gonna do? It was me who had to do the work. The 30 DMs a day. I was doing 4 workshops a week. This workshop y'all see, I was doing workshops with one person. Who would be willing to keep going? You got one person, and this a person. Do the same thing you saw last week. But y'all had to keep going. It is not easy to really be able to get into a space where you literally nobody's gonna check to make sure you've done the work. But when you can associate yourself with a community of people, it makes it easier. Does that make sense? And so you gotta be willing to do that. Now, this right here, according to Forbes said, if you want to make $10,000 a month, you gotta be willing to take $2,000, pay yourself, but you gotta be willing to invest $8,000 back into your business. I don't know. I ain't got it. Well, guess what? You're not going to be able to. I'm serious. Or, can I even go all the way to the opposite tangent? There's some people that's all they do is
I won't say they good, they ain't good, but changing their mindset is a little harder, so we gotta change the next generation. Because of the books, because of this program, it has opened doors for me to get into schools. Wow. And so I am great to be able to do that. It is well worth it. I never had a CRM or something that I'm sending out, but that text, to send a text to somebody and get them to respond, that is amazing. The system itself is amazing. When we first got into it, she was sitting there explaining to me, I'm like, I feel like I'm in the Matrix. When she says she a techie, she is a techie. And so it was like the Matrix to you, but BPC, I have been there, I've stuck with it, I've done the journey. Once she put, like you said, going around, that's insanity to keep doing the same thing and not try to, it's 2025. It is time now to do things with ease. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to say.
Yay! Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm just sending out to our a text. I'm actually sending out a text message now to everybody who is registered. Okay, so again, y'all, go ahead and lock in your spot. I see some of you guys taking advantage of it. And so what we're gonna do, guys, and if you have questions about the program, again, this does end today. So all of that stuff, the article, the retreat, everything that ends today, do not take advantage. Is it worth it afterwards? Yes. If the price does go up from 147 because we're almost at 100 people, is it worth it? Yes, it is. Okay. And so what we're going to do now is we've got a couple more names that we're going to, a couple more things that we're going to draw. And then what I need to do is, if you can, on the tickets, tear some up and put the different items or different way. Okay. So we're going to give away the flat screen, 2 microphones, tablet, ear pods, as well as, I'm going to give away like 4 books.
On the tickets.
So the tickets that's in the box.
Huh?
You want her to put the tickets that the other half of their tickets?
No, I just want her to tear some tickets and write screen TV on it. Light up my ear pod so that once we pick these names,
We can pick the price.
Yeah, so where are the two winners at?
The 2 is CC and D.
Okay, I have that over here. Where's their tickets at? Y'all got that? I got that. Okay. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to select some more names of giveaways. And definitely want to know what y'all thoughts were about our workshop. And if you have questions, y'all, we're not kicking nobody out. You can definitely ask your questions out, okay? All right, so we already got 2, and we got 2. It's really, who got picked first? D. D was first. You remember what your number was?
5, 4, 4, 4, 5, 8, 9.
8, 9. D, and then 590. Okay, so I'm gonna put them in that order. So y'all just keep y'all tickets so that just keep your tickets, but you know what I mean? All right, so I'm just gonna pick the orders because really everybody that was here on time is gonna win. But I'm just gonna pick it in the order that we're gonna pick the names of what you want. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, so who is 4587? Me. Me. Yay! We're gonna then select what you want in the order that your name is selected. Okay. 4582. Right here. Alright. 4585. Right here. Well, I mean, everybody won, so you really don't have to clap. Everybody, but when we pick what you want, that's what we want to clap. Okay. 4583. Right here. All right. 4591. All right. and you did 5 books, right? 5 books.
So three more.
4, 5, 8, 6. And last but not least, 4, 5, 8, 8. All right. Now what we're going to do in the order, so whatever we pick first is going to be, I'm going to have Dr. Ronda do it, so whoever does, it's going to be her fault. What? Actually, I'm good at it. When you depends on how you look at it, right? Yeah. So she gonna pick out of her hand. So pick which one. So just pick the first winner. And the first winner of this prize is
What you
4,
want?
5, 8, 9.
What you
Go
want?
ahead and speak it.
What you want?
Come on,
tablet.
Okay, tablet.
Oh, wait a minute, I picked 2.
What you say? What's the number? Oh no, it's that.
No, it's the
book you wrote.
book.
Oh, that's right. Book. Oh, you got the book. All right, let's give it up. That's right. Okay. All right. What's next?
CC. I like the box. Yeah, give me the box. I like the box.
Well, it puts it underneath.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Gotta be careful with the box.
Book.
TV.
Do you want it? Yeah. Okay, because I mean, you know how y'all take pictures with y'all. Take a picture with everybody. Okay. Who's third? Oh, third is 4, 5, 8, 7.
Tablet.
I'll take that, my man needs it.
4, 5, 8, 2. Who's next? 4, 5, 8, 2. Okay.
What's your name? Nisi.
You see what type of, you know what I'm saying? Investing in yourself. You get you a All right. Our next is, who's next?
Who's next?
4, 5, 8. 4, 5, 8, 5. Yep.
Book.
Book. All right. Okay. The nine, okay. 4, 5, 8, 3.
Book.
Book. All right. All right. And next, 4, 5, 9, 1.
Next. AirPods.
Yes. All right. Congratulations. And next is 4, 5, 8, 4.
Dr. Angela.
No.
And book.
Book. All right. And next is 4, 5, 8, 6.
It's 4, 5, 8, 6. The mic.
Oh. Now this is a light up mic. It's one of my favorite little devices. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
She was in the bathroom.
Okay. And then the last one is mic. And so, maybe 4, 5, 8, 8. Light up mic. Yeah.
Wait. Go to. We have 2 tickets in there.
Oh, I already gave it to us. Oh, okay. Got the mic. Got the mic. That's right. What's the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the other? Yeah. All right, let's get it up. So we're gonna take a group picture, y'all. Then we're gonna answer any questions. And for I'm gonna check to see who actually took advantage of the offer, because we definitely want to celebrate you if you took advantage. We saw y'all scanning, so hopefully you processed it. Okay. All right, come up here, everybody, and grab your winnings. And yes, stand beside your TV. Hold your TV. You didn't park too far over there.
What else, guys?
Come on, y'all. Take a picture. Come on, come in the middle. Come in the middle. Don't be scared. Everybody gets money. Come on, come on. Everybody.
Shift this like kind of towards the end. Okay. You want everybody?
Yes, everybody.
That's yours.
Come on! We got the camera.
All right, ready? 1, 2, take 2. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2. Perfect.
All right. And I'm gonna do one for the online audience. Obviously, when everybody's okay, so y'all, this is the time. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, come and ask us. And also, if we have anybody that did take advantage or has a question about the offer, please let us know, guys. Don't leave here if you know that this is something that you need. Okay? All right, yes. So you'll get an email. So yeah, you'll definitely see that. It won't be this, but you'll get the email from me and Ronda Ross. Okay? So yeah. Me too. Oh, and Brittany will be with you too. Yes. Yeah, just email me and then I'll send it to you. Yeah, no. Yeah, so just email me. You've been getting emails from me. Yeah. So just
How are you doing?
And I will make sure to connect you. Oh, you have? Yeah. Oh, you have Miss Baker? Okay. You got both share. Baker Wicked. Oh, okay.
I'll be reaching out.
Yeah, join the family.
So I think I was set up for me when I was small and it transferred over. And I guess kind of wondering what is this thing that I did because I only paid $25 so people keep calling me
Thank you.
They also and so they are responsible against whole life. So this policy has been really good, for me. Right. Yeah. So what we have is feature, right? Yes.
We'll set up a time and I'll look at what you have and then kind of give you some options if you want to see a bigger growth in it or maybe stay right where you're at.
Okay.
Depending on what you want. Because I don't give you out stuff unless it benefits them. I'm giving you that. Because how old are you now?
Yes,
I'm 43 and my kids are 10 and 10.
Okay. It's always time for you to do the exact same thing for them that your daddy did for you. So yeah. So we'll talk. So I'll make sure I give you a call this week. Okay. You are welcome. Congratulations on the mic. Make sure you take a picture. Light it up and take a picture.
Yes.
That's it.
So
Please.
I'm thinking about trying to do world schooling with them, going to Thailand, Ghana.
Oh, you did? Oh, y'all, let's give it up for Betty. Woo-hoo! Go, Betty. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
It's long overdue, yes. And you're gonna get messages from our team, but it's all. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed, okay? But I'll make sure that we'll get you set up, get your article and all that stuff, and announce you. Yay, you're coming again! You see though, and that's why I be telling people, because sometimes you gotta stay consistent. You said 2 years ago. Imagine if I would have did something, if I would have started something else. You'd be like, well, no, I was ready to go. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. That's why when you know you're doing what you're called to do, you gotta stick with it, because for some people, they just need to make sure when the time is right, right? And so, absolutely. Well, welcome. And so, what are we going to be? What do you want your ultimate goal to be as far as helping people?
My ultimate goal as far as my business is to lead women towards transformation and to exceed the heights that God has for them and to meet those heights. And so I think that I'm able to do those through teaching them about faith, wisdom, and leadership. And that's kind of the foundational pillars that I teach about in my coaching and the books that I write. And so I just want to get more out there, really be impactful, have book sales goals.
Okay.
I just want to do more speaking.
Yeah.
Have a lecture class that I've created. So I just
Oh, yes, ma'am.
out there.
Well, one thing we're going to work on is niching down a specific result, but that'll be an easy part. That'll be easy. Yeah. And I forgot to say, I'm actually doing a free 30-minute coaching call for everybody today. So you'll be getting a special coaching call from me, okay? Okay, buddy. Yay. Yes, and Dr. Ronda will reach out to you too for the retreat. Yeah. Of course, very welcome. Oh, yay. I'm so glad you came.
But for the most part,
Instagram?
Hey, Dr. Ronda. So what I'm thinking we could do is do a follow-up with the virtual webinar. Okay. Maybe sooner than later. Correct. We can do it tomorrow night. Monday, yeah. After BPC. That's fine. Okay. Yep, I can do that. Okay.
I absolutely love you.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you, boo. I love your energy.
Thank you. I lost both my parents young too.
You did?
That's how I got into all of that really young. So that's why I'm like a real recovering hot girl. Like, I'm in recovery. I got almost 9 years clean.
Oh wow, really?
I'm about to graduate from college. I just got accepted into my 1-year master's program. I just had to redefine myself without parents.
Yeah. Listen,
like we need to be friends.
Whenever I share that, it's always somebody who's like, I can totally relate, because you deal with so many different insecurities too that a lot of times people don't really understand.
Like we don't have
right.
There's so many layers.
But recovering hot girl, you ain't lying. You say I ain't lying. I really am. Yeah. Well, first of all, congratulations on 9 years. That's awesome. You're doing some things, girl.
Thank you.
Just be willing to keep on sharing that truth. And that vulnerability is what, honestly, while some people don't understand it, like the people that need it will forever change your life.
It already has. I've already had opportunities to speak all over the place. I think now it's just making it into a place.
Monetizing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like connected to her. Because I was like, I was a part of next level.
Oh yeah.
Like I traveled to all over the country just sharing my story in narcotics anonymous.
Yeah.
You know, just in NA, they call me, we need you to speak out here.
They will always
pay my own flight.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, I actually get paid for this. So now I'm trying to learn how to.
And there's definitely opportunities. I grew up in the rooms too. AA and NA. Both my parents were my father was able to actually get clean, but my mother, she wasn't. So I grew up in NA. I didn't know the difference of the two, but we are sister girl. I used to be in the rooms. It works if you work it. I knew all the stuff. Girl, yes. Yes. crazy. It's just
It's like,
so
okay,
fun.
I like to speak, I like to write, let me show up.
Yeah. Oh, well, honey, stay connected to us. Stay connected, and then just don't forget to email me, and I'll still send you my illustrator. I got 2 people that I can connect with. Yeah, they did amazing.
$27.
Yes, absolutely.
$27.
I'm so happy you look good.
This is my first
In alignment of everything else I do. No, I stayed. I'm like, I want to stay. Like, it was really great. Like, I wish more people would have knew about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to come, you know how sometimes stuff, all that stuff is. Like, you got registration, you got all the registrations, and half people come.
I've been doing this so long already.
Yeah, it was real good information. But I just want to tell you, it was really great event. I sent you the link for the photos. So you should already have them.
Oh, you already sent them?
But you can download from here as well. So you can just download everything all at one time. You don't have to do it like per picture.
Okay.
I'll also send it to you like through your email as well, just so you have preferences. But you have your photos. Did you want to do like for the rest of the payment? Did you want to do Zelle or did you want to do?
Yeah, because how did I do it through a link, right?
You did do Square.
Yeah, can I do that? Are you able to just automatically charge it? Or no?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Because it's like it got to be like a link.
Okay, yeah.
I don't have the
send me
information.
send it to me, and then I can go ahead and lock it in.
I'll do that now, and then
Yay! No, thank you for coming.
Anthony, last time I saw you, it was before you could JV. How did it go?
Where can we find the pictures?
I'll probably put them in the Facebook group. We have a Facebook group.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good intro.
Not all of them.
No, I'm talking about that big group picture.
Oh, the group one. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was here.
Of course, I'm putting that on.
Put you on my LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'll share that to the and email it to everybody too. Okay. Yep, I sure will.
And then Miss Unique.
I got you. I'm gonna take you home.
What you choose?
Oh yeah. Can I please get my?
Yeah, I don't want to come back. Atlanta. To bring it to
You'll do the social media. You like get the Instagram. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna go back in there and follow everybody. Oh wait. My business one.
Oh, and then what I'm gonna do?
One business.
And then make it some more people tomorrow too. So for the
Okay. I got you. Yes, ma'am. Look, okay.
we still live. Okay, so for those so for those they're still watching. Some people are still watching. Okay. So for those who we do it tomorrow, we may get some people that are still interested in the special. For everybody online, we're gonna send you an email on how to register. Hey y'all, hey Rhonda. Yes. But yes, because we know y'all missed on the audio at the end, and so we want to make sure y'all get all of that too, because it was definitely valuable. And so, say hey y'all. Okay.